week. It's a good one. I like this one, Linz. Do you talk to your plants to help them grow? They say you're supposed to, right? Rosie, are you supposed to? Rosie's our expert. She says you are. Do you talk to your plants to help them grow? And what do you say to them? And don't say grow. Come up with something better than that. All right, if we pick your answer, you're gonna get $25. Let's go feed the birds. We got a lot of stuff to do today. Oh my gosh. I've told you 100 times, if you don't feed them, right? They're not gonna come to your house. They're gonna go to the neighbor's house who's got bird seed out there. So if you want your robins and all your beautiful flowers, your cardinals, to come to your house, whether you like regular birds or hummingbirds, because I have hummingbirds feeders as well. Oh, I just dumped it on my cardinal's head. There you go, buddy. Make sure you feed the birds because they will reward you with their beauty when they come back. All right, speaking of beauty, this is the first time we've ever had this on air. We're gonna start our show with the Kiss Me Kate one-piece climbing rose. If you have a trellis, if you have a fence, right, you got an area of your home where you can maybe cascade some beautiful flowers, the Kiss Me Kate rose is for you. It is grow time. It is only $21.95. Look at the size of the blossoms. And look at how deep green that foliage is. This is great for covering an area of your home that maybe you're not too crazy about. Maybe you want to cascade it, you know, in and around your mailbox, maybe around your recycle bins. It's super tolerant. It's super hardy. You're going to get a bare root division. It is absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Let me get my special guest, our garden expert, Rosie Anthony, to come out. Rosie, welcome. Is this our first time working together?
It is.
It's so good to see you,
good
darling.
To see
good
you.
to see you.
Good
Rosie is an expert in all things gardening, and she's going to tell us a little bit about it. First of all, brand new, we've never had it here before. This is a showpiece.
This is a showstopper.
Right? Isn't it gorgeous?
Fairy tale.
Yeah,
I think, oh my God, romance.
Yeah,
this
roses.
Is real romance.
Whenever you want them, they're there.
They're there.
So how does this different from our, because you know, we do our rose bushes and plants. What makes this one so special?
So this one is so special for many, many reasons. Let's start with, it's cold hardy, it's heat tolerant, it's disease resistant, it's not reindeer, but it's deer resistant, caribou, anything that likes to, you know, the nuisance pests that like to eat our stuff up, it's not gonna touch your roses. What's also spectacular about this is about a year and a half, and look how tall this is.
So it's just gonna keep growing.
It's just gonna keep growing. This will get about 20 feet at its most mature, and it's gonna grow beautifully, and like I said, it's almost like telling a story in your garden with this, isn't it?
It's so much different than what we're used to with roses. Now, what you will get out of this is you'll get incredible fragrance, because these are smelly roses. These are the good kind, right? These smell amazing. And then each season, because they are perennial, each season, they're gonna grow longer and longer and longer. Now, you can obviously trim them up. You can even do cut flowers with these as well, right?
Yeah, so bring them in every week. Have some fresh cut flowers. We know how expensive bouquets can be every week.
Yeah, so let me think of the places. So if you've got a fence, if you've got a trellis, think about, I was saying before, maybe it's where you put your recycles, or maybe it's where your trash bins are, and you're like, I just want to cover that area. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, Rosie, look. Look
at that. Look at that. I mean, come on. It's like walking into a fairy tale. I can't say this enough. Look at this lush. Look at this petal count. 40 plus petals. Absolutely incredible. Everybody's going to want to ask you about these roses. Everyone.
All right, we are already really, really busy, everybody. I know what happens whenever we bring new flowers out, especially at a really low price point. You guys are getting into it. Look around your property and see where could I possibly put this, right? And then remember, unlike traditional roses, because I remember back in the old days, you know, when you get roses, you had to worry about bugs and all that stuff. These are disease and insect tolerant, so you're not gonna be out there spraying the dang things every day and dealing with that.
Nobody wants to deal. Back in the day, it was a lot of work, but we've taken all the guesswork out. This is easy maintenance. It doesn't look it, but it is. You don't even have to prune these every year like you do normal roses. This just grows beautifully and keeps climbing. And if you wanna cut, like Guy said, some fresh flowers, you can do that.
Right, and there's gonna be a lot of them, okay? I want you to prepare for that. You know, the climbing roses always seem to have so many buds on them. Will you show everybody what they're gonna get?
Yes.
Because I know you've got the, go ahead and grab the bare root. And there's a reason, and all the garden folks that work here and that help us with the show always say, if you're gonna buy roses, the way to buy them is the bare root. Tell us why.
This is the way. So, back before I knew anything about roses, and I've been in this industry a long time, Guy, and you know, I was scared. I was intimidated even to start working with roses. But then when I learned what bare root growing was, it changed my world. Changed my world. So here, this is what you're gonna get. This is about 3 to 4 years, so it's already a very mature plant.
Sure.
So it's gonna be so successful. When you get this comes in a bag. You wanna take it out immediately. If you can't plant it right away, you can put it in the fridge or in a dark, cool area for a couple days before you get to it. But this is what you're gonna get. Just with a pruner, you're gonna cut the tips off, like
cut them
so.
Off, sort of
and the bottom, just to kind of push it to help it grow faster. I kid you not, in 30 days, you have a full head of foliage. In 60 to 90 days, you have your roses. How about that?
To me, I mean, by summertime, your roses are going to be popping. We're getting so busy. I know brand new. People like the idea of the cascading roses. It's almost like a wave of roses that are going to come sort of trickling down whatever area you want to put them in. It's only $21.95, and I'm glad you talked about the bare root. This has been growing for years, okay? This is not like, a lot of our potted plants are different. They don't take as long to kind of develop as the rose is. So we develop the bare root for you. So all you have to do is like Rosie said, is just clean it up, give it a little quick trim just so you can expose the fresh.
That's
just like you would do with roses that you got at the store.
You cut them so they can drink and hydrate faster. Yeah.
And then just decide where you want to put them. I used to have an archway in my old house.
Wow.
And I did, what did I do? I did, I can't quite remember, but I wish I had done roses. That would have been so nice. And they will climb and they will work their way. So if it's a trellis, if it's an archway, maybe you've got a pergola, something like that, right?
Gazebo.
And that would be perfect.
And you don't necessarily have to have a garden. What if you live in a balcony and you want you have a balcony or a patio and you want to bring nature in? This would be so amazing. And it also will climb onto the trellis, the veranda.
It does its own thing,
and it gives you privacy as well and fragrance.
Let me tell everybody really quickly, Andre, I just want to mention how we know when to ship these to you. I know a lot of you live up north where it's still cold. We do have a map, and that map tells us where you live when we get your zip code. So if you live in the northern part of the country, your deliveries, and you won't be charged until they ship, will be towards end of April, early May, middle of the country, late March, so pretty much now, and then through April. And then if you live down south like we do, and you Texans and some of you Californians, these are gonna go right in the mail. So that's how we do it. We do that on all the different plants. Okay, if you wanna pick that up, it is 827-400. Rosie, let's step over to the hibiscus.
Let's do it.